Hey guys. Okay, this video is about doing a full sew-in using a lace frontal. The lace frontal I am wearing is a 13-inch lace frontal, which is 13 inches from ear to ear. From here to here, it covers the entire front of your head. It goes back. The widest part of the frontal is 4 inches, which is from the hairline to the crown. So I am wearing a full lace frontal that is 13 inches by 4 inches, and I have it installed. This is not a wig. This is a full sew-in. Okay, so this video is going to be showing you guys giving you guys some tips on doing a self-install using a full lace frontal on yourself doing a sew-in. Okay, now I've seen some videos here on YouTube. There's not very many showing you how to sew down your frontal. Abby, you guys know Abby, she's wonderful. Abby has a video that she recently put up on how to do the sewing down of your lace frontal, which was a great video. The thing that I found for myself, and I didn't see it kind of covered in that video, but that's a great video to watch. And also the way that she does hers is similar to the way that I do mine. But I wanted to give you guys a few tips on what you might run across when you're trying to do it yourself, because it's all about tension and balance. So I didn't really see that addressed, and I know once you try to do a self-install, you're going to run across that issue. So I'm hoping that the tips that I give you will be helpful when you do your sew-in, when you're sewing down your lace frontal. And yeah, so anyway, the video is behind this clip, so I hope it is helpful. I hope, you know, you guys find it useful. Now, I did take a class recently on customizing lace frontals and doing wigs using a lace frontal. I took the class from Glamscorner. She's here on YouTube. Hey girl. So yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing the techniques that she does, she has an awesome channel. Please check out her channel. She teaches classes. She's a licensed cosmetologist and a licensed instructor. So if you guys are interested in taking some classes, please check her out. And yeah, like I said, I took some classes. I took a class from her. She gave me some great tips on wig making and some things that I was kind of, you know, missing. I was doing it, but it was just someone right about it, you know. So she filled in the gaps for me with a lot of things. So I really appreciate that. And so yeah, just check out her channel. Like I said, she's the one who helped me kind of, you know, get this frontal in line. So yeah, guys, check her out. I hope my clip is helpful for you guys when you are doing a sew-in. This is my own little technique and my own little tip that I'm hoping is helpful for you guys, because I didn't see a lot of videos here on YouTube as to how to sew it down yourself, and you know what the issue that you run across when you're trying to sew it down yourself. Because if you ever try to sew down the frontal on yourself, it's easy when you're doing somebody else, because you have the assistance of another person that's going to help you with that tension. You have, if you're doing a sew-in on another person, it's much easier. But trying to do it on yourself and you only have two hands is very, very difficult when it's all about tension and making sure the closure is straight. The frontal is straight. And that you have enough tension so that it can lay flat across your hairline, or well, above your hairline. It could be a little tricky. Okay. But anyway, I hope that this is helpful. This is my own little tip and my own technique from my own experience. So yeah, check it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Yeah, my frontal is about to be on flake. Yeah. Alright, y'all. Bye. Okay, guys. As far as the frontal is concerned, when you're putting it on, you want to over exaggerate the hairline, meaning put it further on your forehead than your hairline starts. You want to do that because if you don't do that, when you are trying to, once you start to sew your frontal down around here, because of the tension, it's going to pull it back some. So you do want to give yourself more than enough room here. So if it does happen to pull it back some, it'll look natural. It won't be past your hairline. So you don't want that. And another tip for self-installing your frontal is, since the whole premise of the frontal is to give the illusion that, you know, the hair is growing from your scalp and you want it to be flat as possible, and you need the tension on both sides to assist with keeping it flat as possible and for it to actually stay without moving. As mine is, you know, it's not moving, and I don't even have it sewed down all the way. What you can do is, it's kind of difficult when you are doing an install on yourself versus doing someone else, where you have the assistance of them holding down the frontal, or if you're doing a wig on a mannequin, you have the pins holding down the sides of the frontal. It's difficult when you're trying to do it yourself to get that same balance of tension. But here's what I did this time, installing this frontal. I'm not done, but what I did was, once you get it placed on your head like you want it, take the ends of the frontal that you're actually going to, you know, put down behind your ear. Take those two pieces of hair and put them together like this, and pull to get tension. Put them together like this, and just take a rubber band. Take a rubber band, and you can either take the hair and pull it together like this and twist it together and put the rubber band on it. And once you put the rubber band on it, it's going to hold it in place, and then while you have it held in place, you can go ahead and sew down your sides. Okay? Sew down one side, then sew down the other side. That rubber band is going to help with the tension, and you don't have to worry about it sliding or moving or anything like that. Another thing that you can do is, once you have it pulled and holding with the rubber band, you can stitch down, make a stitch here, make a stitch here, and that'll help keep it in place, and also stitch down your sides here, okay? And pull them and pull it down on each side to kind of balance out the tension. And that is my tip on doing a self install on your frontal. I tried to record myself doing it. My battery wasn't, I didn't have battery on my camera, so I tried to do it on my cell phone, and that didn't work out. So I'm just going to show you guys. This is kind of what it looks like. I just pulled it down, and now I just need to stitch down this area, the perimeter of the frontal, and then I'm going to add my wefts. So I hope this was helpful to you guys. It's kind of difficult to record and do this, but I'm hoping that these little tips that I just gave you on installing your frontal for a sew-in, a self-install sew-in, was beneficial. I hope you found the tips helpful, and this is something I'm just learning along the way. As I stated, guys, I did take a class on making wigs out of your lace frontal and customization of your lace frontal, and that class was awesome and gave me some insight on some things that I didn't know. So if you guys are interested in taking one of those classes, please check out Glamscorner. She's here on YouTube. She has her own salon, and she is a licensed instructor. So you know, if you want further instruction on how to make the wigs and stuff on lace frontals, please check her out. And she does great on giving instruction on how to make your frontal look as realistic as possible, which you guys are going to see what this looks like when I'm done. I can't like show you the techniques that she showed me, but I can show you some tips on how I do my own install with the frontal. Things that I've learned on my own and made a couple mistakes, and I'm still making mistakes and I'm still learning, but I did want to share that quick tip with you guys on how to balance out and keep that tension when you're trying to do a self-install, because I know that was something that was irking my nerves. I was like, okay, I can do it on a wig, I can do it on another person because I can have the other person hold it. When I'm doing it on a wig, that mannequin head, I can stick pins in the mannequin head. I can't stick pins in my own head. So how am I going to keep this thing tight while I sew it down? So I hope that was helpful. I will see you guys on the next video. You will see me at, with my entire install. I am still wearing the hair from Luxurious Tresses. Fabulosity is me here on YouTube. It's her hairline. And that hair is doing awesome. I am reinstalling that hair, honey, because I am not taking it down because I really like that hair. But I just wanted to put this frontal on because I'm still practicing my self-install for sew-ins on using the frontal on myself. Because once I get it down on myself, honey, everybody else's is going to be the bomb. Alright guys, I'll see you on the next one.